Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Sky High Eve. The man next to me is my tag team partner, Cody Dre. And today we're joined by a very special guest, the one, the only, Apollo Cruz is in the building, guys. Round of applause, man.
Let me let the round of applause. I don't know if I've ever been called the one and only. I like it. I like it.
Man, well, first things first, man, how are you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited about this Saturday. I don't have any. I'm not nervous yet. I'm sure that'll come later, but I don't feel too much pressure. I don't feel the pressure of that big match pressure yet. I think it's me kind of understanding that this is how it should have always been, right? Having those, just trying to stay calm and get everything situated. Mind is mentally getting mentally prepared, physically prepared. Um, but yeah, I'm pumped. I'm super pumped about it. Huge opportunity coming up this Saturday.
You face Bron Breakker at Deadline for the NXT Championship this Saturday at 8 p.m. on Peacock. But also, this Saturday will be back to back PLE appearances for you after not appearing on the PLE for over a year. Talk to me about that.
Man,
How are you feeling, man? You ready for the
I don't
WWE?
even remember. It's crazy because that's so true though. It's so true, right? And when I think the one I had in the Halloween Havoc, right? That was the first time I've been on a Premier Live event since WrestleMania 37 in Tampa, 2021. So, and I said it earlier, it seems like a year doesn't seem like a long time, but when you think about how many Premium Live events have happened in that year that I haven't been a part of, it's a lot, right? So the fact that it's two back to back, I might be the first time ever, if I can remember correctly. But I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But again, I feel like this is a position that I was always supposed to be in, right? I feel I can say that with confidence. If you had asked me a couple months ago, I might have said, I don't know, where that kind of belief in myself was almost lost, right? But having this opportunity to come back to NXT and kind of revitalize my career and kind of change the trajectory of it, it's helped me gain that belief in myself and really understand knowing what I'm good at and not. I don't have to go out and say it every day and tell people and be cocky about it or anything like that, but just really understanding and being comfortable with how good you are at whatever it is that you do, right? So I think I've reached that where it's not a comfort thing where I'm, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna go out there and win, but it's more of just an understanding, more of a mental thing, I think, and that kind of goes a long way. I feel like.
Looking back at some of the guys that faced Braun for his championship previously, I feel like you're Braun's most even matchup with strength, speed, agility, power. What do you think gives you the edge over him?
Very similar. I'll have to go with the experience. I think that's one thing that'll help come into play for me. And not to discredit anything that he's done, but it's just simple. I've been here longer. More tactics. I think it's or not here longer, but doing it longer, right? I think that's just what it's going to come down to is having that experience. Because if you look at both of us, it's very similar. Speed, he's got speed. I got strength, he's got strength. Quickness, he's got that, right? So it's like, where does the edge come into play? And it's going to be that experience. Um, but you talk about someone who's just been on a roll, right? This is the man, and I feel like again, I'm one of the more evenly matched guys with him, and this Saturday it's gonna be a fight. We've been very friendly coming into it, and I've been very cordial. And he's a lovely guy, But at the end of the day, it's about that NXT title, right? So when we get in that ring, the friendship has to be put aside, or whatever. Call it a friendship, whatever you want to call it. It kind of just has to be put to the side for 20 to 30 minutes or
Nah,
whatever.
definitely friendly. I saw you. You let him get away with not paying for his coffee the other day. So, bro,
He did. Yeah, he left without paying for that coffee. He put it on my tab. I don't know what's up with that, man. The champ, he's gonna do that to me, right? He's got.
bro, you got to pay for that, man.
But I worked out a deal with them, and they took care of it, so it's all good. I worked out a deal with the diner. You know what I mean? I'm a regular there, so they always look out for me. So that one is on the house, but I'm not gonna let him slide with that this Saturday.
Shouts out to Bron. Bron's definitely a cool guy. I want to take it back. I want to take it back to around 2014, 2015. This is where you making your mark and everything. You come into the PC, and you're at WWE now. I just want to know your mindset going into, finally arriving at the WWE. Were you nervous or were you feeling like, oh, this is my time? Let me start turning up. Like, what was your mindset going on through this time at just entering the PC?
There's a little bit of both because you have no idea what to expect, right? Like I came in here not and you hear stories of how it went for whoever, this guy, that guy, but you have no idea what to expect. Like it's literally walking into dropping everything that you're doing, moving for me to from Atlanta to Florida, and a lot of people move from further, but you're literally dropping everything that you know and you're moving down for this opportunity to become a WWE superstar, right? So there's a lot where you're walking into an environment that you're unfamiliar with. You're walking into, even though it's wrestling and I was familiar with wrestling, it's a completely different environment, right? Like, how am I going to be accepted? Are people going to like me? I was real big on that too, where it doesn't really affect me so much now. I was always the guy growing up that I wanted to be liked by everybody, right? And here I am living in this reality this imagination back then of, yeah, I'm going to be liked by everybody, right? When in reality, not everybody's going to like you, but it doesn't matter, right? So I was hoping I'd be liked by people. I was hoping that I'd be accepted. Like where would I fit in? So it was a lot of different emotions going through. But at the same time, it was like, all right, this is what I came here to do. I'm gonna show these guys why I'm such and such or whatever. So it was a little bit of both, where it's game time and at the same time like that nervous feeling, almost like I guess it's like excitement, nervousness type of thing, right? Where you got the butterflies, but it's almost like performance type of butterflies, not like I'm nervous so I want to go hide in my shell, but it's like I'm nervous, like I'm ready to get things done. Um, there's a little bit of that feeling, like, and leaving the family, of course, in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I remember the day I was leaving, and my mom was kind of like, I don't know if she had kind of like that anxiety of me just leaving because I was 27 when I when I moved out my house. Granted, I was kind of wrestling and traveling from Japan, back and forth from Japan. I'd be going to Europe to wrestle, so I really wasn't in the house all the time, but I was still living under my mom's roof. So 27 is pretty late to move out of your house. So I feel like she had become attached to me living there, and it's kind of like seeing her have that anxiety of me leaving was kind of it kind of hurt, but it was like, I gotta eventually step outside here to chase my dream, and here I am with the opportunity to do that. Like it's right here at my front door. If I don't take this opportunity up, I'd probably regret it for the rest of my life, right? So it's something that I had to do, um, and it's the best decision that I made in my life.
Man.
Wow. That's like with all of that like going on and like you like moving away, being away from home and everything, like I'm pretty sure it was someone along the way like to give you some great advice during that time period. If you could just name like someone or like the best advice you got around that time.
Man, it was crazy because like I almost felt like I don't want to say on my own, but I didn't really have anybody that was like really sticking through me that was like, man, I know for a fact that you're gonna be a WWE superstar, right? It was weird because I didn't really have one person that I could think of that was like, yeah, this is the guy that was there, and who gave me that kind of motivation that I needed. I think I was just I'm just a naturally driven individual, so I think it was enough for me myself. Talking to myself and convincing myself that this is what I needed to do, I think was enough. I don't think I really needed any outside force to kind of or outside influence to kind of push me in that right direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. You mentioned your mom just now, and you leaving her house, and going up from under her roof, at 27. How were they when you told them that you wanted to be a professional wrestler? Like, because I know like African parents, and I'm Caribbean, so
Man.
Caribbean parents, it's like, oh, like
Yeah.
it's just that thing about real jobs, right? So it's like it's either you're a
Yeah.
lawyer,
Yeah.
doctor,
Yeah.
engineer. So when
You
you told
already
them I
know.
want to be a professional wrestler,
Brother,
what
man.
what was that like?
Oh God. And that's it. You're the lawyer, you're a doctor, engineer, right? You're doing something where you go to school and you get that degree and you go do that, right? Which of course that's a fantastic thing to do. At that time, that just wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a wrestler. And the day, man, I told my dad, and first of all, I was scared to tell him. I was like, man, how am I gonna tell my dad? Like I'm gonna after school, I'm gonna go be a professional wrestler, right? They didn't take it very well at first, of course. It was kind of like one of those things. All right, cool. We're gonna let you go out
Yeah,
there and try it, and when you fall flat on your face, we're gonna be here to say, "I told you so." And
that's
fortunate,
how it
I
is.
knew that I was gonna make it. Yeah, I knew I was gonna make it no matter what, so I wasn't too worried about that. But eventually, when they realized like, okay, he's actually, serious about this, he's legit. He's signed with WWE. Obviously, he's got the talent to go far. They kind of jumped on board, right? So it was initially it was hard at first, of course, and it was like I was to the point I was even scared to tell him. My mom's a little more laid back, so it's easier to tell her. But my dad, I'm like,
Mhm.
how am I going to tell this guy that I'm you know what I'm saying? But it's so cool to see now because he's the reason I actually started watching wrestling. So it's just funny how I guess it's
Wow,
just funny how that worked out. But yeah, he's all on board now, and he saw the match I had recently with JD McDonough, and he messaged me about it, which is weird because I don't really get messages from him about anything like that. So it's nice that when he, sat down and watched that one and gave me his feedback, it's nice to see. It's nice. It's a good feeling,
man.
So so what did
especially like you
so
said
what
with the
did they
African parents. He's always just so strict. It's just always all I knew
Yeah,
was
no,
just
I
a
know.
strict. He just there was never any like smiling, never any joking around. Anytime someone would be like, "Man, your dad's so cool," I'm like, "Man, I don't know whose dad he's talking about. My dad is my dad is not
My
cool.
dad, not mine.
Nah, not mine."
so what did they make of you portraying the accent on television?
So and I spoke to my dad about it, and he was like, told me don't worry about what people think or what people say. Like, this is your job. You go out there and do it. My mom loved they both loved the fact that I wanted to represent, the country that they're both from, the country that I'm from. They were very, very uh, happy that I wanted to bring that culture to the screen. So they loved that actually. So I'm glad that they enjoyed it because it could have gone either way, right, for them. They could have looked at it a completely different way that they did. So I'm glad they supported me 100% behind that.
Man,
Nice.
that's love.
Somebody talk to me nice. And everything I do, I don't do. I do the other thing. Everything I go across the street that way, I'm going up. TTMN.
All right, we're gonna switch the pace a little bit because I know we pressed for time, so we got a little game that we play. It's called "Talk to Me Nice." It's rapid fire. I'm gonna ask you some
Okay.
questions, and you can answer them as fast as you can. All right. First
All
question:
right, I got you.
does sugar belong in grits?
Yes.
Mm.
Do you? Can you explain real quick?
I don't eat grits, so
Oh, okay,
I
I
don't I
bet.
don't eat grits. So I just went with the most. I eat cream of. So actually, I'd say no because I eat cream of rice and I don't put sugar in it. So I definitely it's gonna be a no. It's gonna be a no.
Okay, I know you're from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Outcast or Goody Mob?
Whoo! Come on now. You
Mm.
know, hit me hard. I'm gonna go with Outcast. I'll go with Outcast.
Okay. What's your pre-match ritual?
Music. I like to get in the zone. Really, really focus. I'll nice little dynamic warm up to get the body loose, and then maybe some meditation.
Okay. And one
Hmm.
last question. I saw on your Instagram that you're a sneaker lover. You're a sneakerhead.
Oh yeah.
Over here on the show, we got the magic wheel. So I got some sneakers on this wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel, and whatever sneaker
Let
it
me
lands
see.
on, I want you to give your opinion on it. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
Let's do
I like this. This is dope.
it. Oh yeah, this is. I had to throw a curveball in there. I had the Crocs.
Crocs. Oh, you know what I'm going? Comfortable, comfortable. I was against the Crocs at first, and then my sister bought me a pair, and I'm gonna say they are extremely comfortable, and my kids wear them too. So I got nothing but love for Crocs, nothing but love.
I like that.
What's
Um,
funny is like I was always about buying the retro Jordans, and I wore them to airports a few times, and I was like, man, this is isn't it right? Like my feet, I'm only good with those for a short period of time. They're not great for traveling, so I go for comfort now more as I get older. So anything that's go ahead, anything that's going to be for comfort, I'm with it. And Crocs definitely bring that comfort. So I
hey,
nothing against the Crocs at all.
Same here, man. I travel in Crocs all the time. What's your I guess your holy grail pair of sneakers that you got right now?
Man, the Holy Grail is gonna be. I got some. I didn't get the. It would have been. I didn't buy the Cherry 11s, but I got. You know what? I'm gonna go with the classics. Actually, I got the cap and gown 11s. Those are the ones that are gonna be,
Hmm.
the ones that I probably have worn maybe once or twice. 11 has always been my favorite. I got a pair of Bread 11s as well, so I'll have to go with either one of those.
Nice.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at
Yeah.
all.
Yes.
Man, this Saturday, like I said earlier in the interview, this Saturday, you versus Bron Breakker. Any last words for Bron before we let you go?
Man, I, I have nothing bad to say about this, man. The only thing is, like, we're two competitors out for the same thing, and I feel like for me, I have to win. It's a must-win situation for me, where it's I've been blessed with this opportunity to come back and kind of get restart my career. I have to win. Nothing against you. We can hug and make up after. We can go fishing again after. But on Saturday, man, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the NXT champion.
Hey,
I respect it.
you guys heard it here first, man. Apollo, my brother, good luck. We appreciate your time,
Thank
man.
you.
Definitely
Truly
got to come
appreciate
back
it.
and chop it up again.
Definitely.
Hey,
Absolutely, I would love to. I would love to.
hey, man. Thank you guys. Y'all seen it here first, man. We out.